Hello, beautiful souls. How are you? Sound bath meditation. Nelly Star. Tables will turn. How is everyone today? This morning. It's still morning. I'm just getting up. Good morning. You need coffee? Get you some coffee. Hanging in there like a hair on a biscuit. That's good. Hi, Nelly. What song? What song are you asking about? Hey, Randy, the trip has been good. The tables will turn. Not yet. I just dropped at the sound bath this past week. Corvallis. I hope you guys will check that one out. But tables and meet in the middle, and love and liberation, all that stuff will be coming soon. That song has a hole in it. Well, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, John. I'm well. How are you? I have a question for you guys. What is courage to you? I've been thinking about it a lot lately. But what is courage to you guys? Good morning. Facing problems head on. That's a good one. Take the first step when no one else will. Yeah. Good morning, Bald and Sassy. I'm asking the group, what is courage? Fighting this battle to heal your trauma. Being able to smile when you really want to cry. Doing what you love despite what others people say. Pushing even when others stop. Courage to me is backbone and grace. Courage is vulnerability. Yeah, I agree. Oh, thanks, Andrea. You love the album? Corvallis? Thank you. Hope you guys will check it out. My new album, Corvallis. It's a healing sound bath, very vibey guitar. It's available everywhere. So just search for ASOULCALLEDJOEL like you see it. Courage. Uh-oh, I lost a couple of these comments here. Courage is doing something in spite of the fear in your body and mind. Courage is when you continue to do things with love even though it hurts, yes. How happy are you? I'm pretty happy. A little tired, but I'm pretty happy. The strength to do something you thought you couldn't do. It's difficult sometimes to have courage, but it is a righteous gift. So I'm trying something a little different today. many of you know, I've been saying I want to create a show. So I've got a few clips I want to share with you guys. And this is kind of my experimentation of what it could be like, what it could feel like. Always doing the right thing no matter what happens. That's character. It's like what do you do when no one's watching, right? So I'm asking because there's a quote from Maya Angelou that's been really loud in my mind lately. And it got me thinking about courage and how important it is. Moving forward but not knowing what the outcome might be. So I'm going to share Maya's quote with you. Let me see. I have it somewhere here. Because there's three important things. Let's see if we can find it.
Some philosophers say courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage you can't practice any other virtue consistently. Can't be consistently fair, or kind, or true, or honest, or generous. None of those things. You can be anything erratically, but to be it consistently, you have to have courage.
How amazing is that? Courage is the most important of all the virtues, right? Because you can't practice any of the others consistently without it. And I love that. Like, that was the first one I heard. I've heard it many times over the years, but it struck me differently when I heard it recently because there's so much truth in that. And I realized in my own story, moving through my own hurdles of divorce and transitioning into being a full-time nomad in the camper and shifting my career from being a full-time songwriter only to now practicing poetry and being a certified meditation teacher. I realized the thing that has propelled me forward through all of the adversity has been courage, the ability to persist, to patiently persist has helped me be consistent, to trust and lean in to what I know to be true about myself here in my heart, right? You guys hear me do that mantra all the time. Everything we need, we already have, and everything we have is all that we need. And I share it because it resonates. You're working on that now, being consistent, yes. Courage. But some of you guys also mentioned courage being the ability to show up, right? Even when others aren't. Which brings me to the next part of it. So I think one is like courage is a foundation for life. Like, practice courage first. If you can't practice anything else, practice courage. And here's why. Here's another clip from John DeMartini.
Pride is not who you are, and shame is not who you are. Who you are is your heart. And in the center, in fact, the word courage comes from the root heart. And the person who really has courage in life is not somebody that overcomes a fear. It's the person that actually has the courage to be authentic in a society that's demanding you not to be.
So pride is not who you are, shame is not who you are is your heart. And courage is someone who has the ability to be authentic in a world that's constantly telling you not to be. Which is so true, right? So courage is the foundation. Courage is being yourself, being authentic. Authenticity, yes. Showing up and forging ahead even in the darkness of grief. Very true. So, I don't know, I think of courage as that beacon. That's why I'm sharing like that vulnerability of showing up as your authentic self in the midst of everything that life wants to throw at you. Even well-intentioned people in your circle, your family, your friends who can't really understand maybe what your vision is for yourself or for your life or for whatever you're creating. So they'll try to offer an alternative, not knowing that they're actually doing more harm than good, because now they're pushing you away from your truth. But that's part of the courage that we're trying to embrace here, right? Being authentic, being true to yourself, which is really the crux of what I try to share and embody in my work and my offerings. Is how to be self, how to reconnect to self, right? The R.I.S E journal, we ask questions for our heart. And reconnecting with our heart. Why? So we can hear that and then actualize that through setting intentions, right? And affirmations to lean more into what is authentic for us. Which we can't talk about courage without mentioning Miss Brene Brown, who's like the lead researcher of shame, vulnerability, and courage, being oneself. So here's a clip from Brene.
The biggest about vulnerability is that it's weakness. I think a lot of people were raised to believe that. It was modeled, I think, certainly in our culture. We see that a lot, that to be vulnerable, to be open, to be exposed is to be weak. And the truth is, what I found in my research is that vulnerability is not weakness. In fact, I would argue that it's our greatest measure of courage, to really put ourselves out there, knowing that if we do that enough, we're going to fail. I just don't think it gets more courageous than that.
Yeah, that part, right? Vulnerability is our greatest measure of strength. And I think at the end she mentions, yeah, you could fail. But I think what I've recognized is that when I don't practice courage, I'm already guaranteed failure. Like I'm just failing at being myself if I'm not being authentic. If I'm not showing up in my truth with love. But the really beautiful part beyond those moments where maybe you didn't meet those particular goals, maybe you missed it, is that you learned a lot about yourself and you get to practice more courage, and eventually you do get to shine and reach that soul satisfying moment where you embody whatever that truth is you're trying to actualize in your life. Yes, you got to be completely open. Yes, Princess Layla. That's truth. So I like those three because it's like Maya's talking about courage as a foundation for how you show up in the world, and 2, John DeMartini is talking about courage is just being authentic, the ability to show up authentic in a world that's constantly telling you not to be. And 3 is Brene saying that vulnerability is our greatest measure of courage. So if we can allow ourselves to be vulnerable consistently, right? Surrender to the flow of life if we have a desire to create something new and step out of our comfort zone. Honor that. If you have a desire to build a new business or to maybe confront someone in your life who hasn't been respecting your boundaries, right? Honor that. Because I think many of those in my life, right, if you're like me, we're all empaths, we're all feelers, healers. But in unhealthy stages of our lives, we can very easily fall into the self-sabotaging habit of being a people pleaser. So I encourage you all today to embrace a little bit more courage. teach your kids that being authentic is the only way to know that someone truly loves you. Oh, interesting. Yeah, very true. Right? You shouldn't have to shrink. And if they can't understand you, if they can't hold space for your true nature, then maybe that's not the right match for you. So, in honor of courage and showing up as vulnerable, I want to play a little song for you. And then if any of you have any questions around courage or boundaries or anything in general, I'd love to chit chat about it. If you're not being you, it's not you they love. In fact, yes, that is the truth. Boundaries are healthy, yes. Take a moment, friend, to breathe in deep. Step back from the edge. The problems that you keep aren't worth your while. The tables will turn. Just live for today. Don't wait for it turns on. All that love you pay. Sometimes you might get burned. Oh, the tables will turn. The tables will turn. Tables will turn. So go and live your dreams. Give it all you've got. Don't waste time on schemes. You only get one shot. Oh, oh. The tables will turn. Go get lost in hope, 'cause all you have to gain is peace and pure light. Life without that pain, oh, oh. The tables will turn. The tables will turn. The tables will turn. Friend, I know I don't know what you're feeling, but I know your healing is coming soon. Just stay true to the love in your heart. It will keep you from falling apart. The tables will turn. The tables will turn. The tables will turn. The tables will turn. Yeah. Let's see. Bald and Sassy says, the courage to continue to act in love even when it's not reciprocated. Stay true. Yeah, that's wonderful. Hello. So beautiful. Thank you. Today we're talking about courage. So I'm curious if any of you have any thoughts or questions around courage that you want to ask or talk about. Thank you, Nelly. Oh, hello, Anaya Jamal. How to fail with understanding and not with doubt. Interesting question. Well, I have a couple of thoughts around that. How to fail with understanding and not with doubt. I think the first thing I think of whenever I hear the word understanding is that all suffering comes from that understanding. So it's easier maybe if you kind of compartmentalize it a little bit. What are you not understanding, right? Maybe something outside of you, someone else's decisions, or motivations for the decision. So you can fail with understanding that, and indeed we will, because we can't get inside another's head. And though we might grow in understanding, we'll never have absolute understanding. So I've learned to come to expect that there will be things I won't understand, even about some of the closest people in my life. But doubt, I've learned to understand enough about another, maybe their energy, maybe their story, and even in their weakest moments where they may disappoint or not be able yet to show up to certain circumstances in the healthiest light, because that is something they are presently learning. I don't hold on to doubt. I hold on to faith in the hope and compassion that what I know to be true about myself, and what I know to be true about the other, if indeed it is true, maybe it isn't, but in many circumstances, is that they have everything they need, that they can choose better. And even if they can't, right, or even if they don't know how to make it through that circumstance, I know what's true about myself is that I have the courage to show up to the circumstance, and I want to hold space for them to move through it. So how to experience, not understand, forgot the original question, the languaging of it, but how to hold space for not understanding, but also show up with faith and not doubt. That is my process, or at least part of it. So I hope that helps. Hello, Sean. Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, everyone. How to fail with understanding and not doubt. Yeah. Because I think, in reality, it's not that you're failing with understanding. It's that we have an unrealistic expectation that we should understand everything about someone. And that's where we fail. Because the reality is, every experience we have, right, with any relationship over time, is that there will be gaps in our understanding. And it should be expected. But that's a whole other part of life where we get to let go of our ego. And have the courage to be vulnerable and just to simply acknowledge that I know that I don't know. And I know that there's certain things about others that I can't know and won't know. Maintaining boundaries while doing that. You know what I've discovered about words and how we frame things? If you decide that it's hard, it will be hard. But that's just a perspective to take on it. In reality, it's unfamiliar for many of us, because what has been familiar in our society is to self-sacrifice in those situations in an unhealthy way. So what helps me to have more courage in those situations and learning boundaries and how to figure out what mine are and actually communicate them and start placing them in my relationships is just to recognize that it's unfamiliar and to embrace my vulnerability, with that loved one, with that family member, and say, hey, this has been my struggle, not having good boundaries. And I want to practice having better boundaries with you, acknowledging that it's your first time doing it and you're probably not going to get it right on the first one, or it's not going to be perfectly implemented, and that's okay. Have grace for yourself, have grace for the other, and in that grace there is strength, there's courage. I can tend to feel overly guilty for things I mess up in my life. Yeah, I think we all can, right? We all can be our own worst critic. It's good to see you, Daniel. Blessings, my friend. But be gentle with yourself. That's why I'm always saying that one as well, because it's one of my own habits, to be too hard on myself. But I've learned that the more gentle I can be with myself, the more space I create, and actually I can move through those moments with more ease. To go, like with boundaries, right? It's like I'm just starting to implement them. It's highly unlikely that I'm going to be a master of boundaries on my first attempt, or a master of anything on my first attempt. So give yourself that grace and compassion, and be able to laugh at yourself along the way with some gentleness and kindness. Oh, you're welcome. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome in. If you're just coming in, we're talking about courage today. I pulled up a few quotes from Maya Angelou, who said that courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage you can't practice any of the others consistently. And I love that as a foundation for life, to embrace it with courage. And then John D. Martini said that courage is the ability to be authentic when the rest of the world is telling you not to be. And then Brene Brown said that vulnerability is the greatest measure of courage, because you can't practice courage without being vulnerable. So to embrace vulnerability, our ability to show our authentic self, right? That's in tandem with John DeMartini. So, in those lines, we've just been chatting about it and getting different ideas from one another about courage, and I'm curious if you have any questions or any ideas you'd like to workshop together. Let's see if we can do another song here. Good morning. Make a craft your courage workshop. Oh, interesting idea. The guitar in this range sounds so like heavenly. So along the lines of courage, I feel that's a little bit of compassion, gentleness, and care. But I'm curious, beautiful soul, what's your truth? Put your truth in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. When I laid me down, no one else around, I am one to choose. No matter what comes or goes, I'll be in the flow. 'Cause I've got nothing to lose. When my truth, darling, in my truth. In my truth, in love, darling, in my truth. In your truth, darling, in your truth. Darling, in your truth. When you lay it down, no one else around. You are one to choose. No matter what comes or goes, you'll be in the flow. 'Cause you've got nothing to lose. In your truth, darling, in your truth. In your truth and love, in your truth. We shine in our truth. Our truth needs no proof. Darling, in our truth. Is there a such thing as having too much courage? Has courage moved to you prematurely? Interesting. I think the thing to watch out with courage and trying to embody it is that courage sometimes... Let me back up a little bit. John D. Martini said courage is the heart. And many times we can confuse courage as something that comes from the mind. And when you are in the mind trying to actualize courage, you can slip into ego. And in that place, you can have too much ego, thinking that it is courage. That is a false sense of self because you're trying to prove something to someone else. So, I want to highlight this misstep that can happen, right? When trying to embody courage, we can easily slip into ego if we're not careful. So the real question to ask before you step into that uncomfortable space of trying to actualize courage is, am I in my truth? My heart truth? Because if you're trying to prove something to anyone else, you will always lose. Because the only person you need to prove anything to is you. And if you know something to be true in your heart, you will never make the mistake of trying to prove it to anyone else and implementing what could be considered too much courage that is actually ego. Just run wild. That's why I am asking you in this song, what is your truth? Because if you don't know your truth, you can easily fall into the habit of needing to defend yourself or defend your ego to someone, yelling, arguing, and stepping into duality because you feel threatened. And I want to not be hard on anyone who's experiencing that, as I know I have several times in my life, more times than I care to count. I only want to bring it up as a point of recognition and self-observation and a space for you to be more gentle with yourself and go, if I'm feeling defensive, maybe this is a moment for me to step back and not act, but to self-observe in solace, maybe with my journal, maybe on a walk, maybe in meditation, and see what was triggered and see if I can make space for it to be held in love. Maybe to see something new about myself that's been hiding in my blind spot so that I can actually embody more courage by being vulnerable with that space and trusting others around me to see me. And if they can't, that's okay, because I've got nothing to lose, I've got nothing to prove in my truth. Hope that resonates, Bald and Sassy. So, beautiful souls, what is your truth? When you lay it down, no one else around. You are one to choose. No matter what comes or goes, you'll be in the flow. 'Cause you've got nothing to prove when you're true. Darling, in your truth. When your truth in love, darling, in your truth. My truth is my courage to keep moving forward, no matter how many times anxiety tells me not to. Even though I've been betrayed, I still continue to be me, be loving, and I will continue to be me. I give loving light, therefore I attract loving light. Yes, beautiful soul. Constantly transforming in my truth. I am not my mind, I am not my body, I am so much more. Yes, beautiful soul. When I lay me down, no one else around. I am one to choose. No matter what comes or goes, I'll be in the flow. 'Cause I've got nothing to prove when my truth. You feel the love today? My vulnerability is my power. It's our superpower. You're feeling the love today, dear one. Let it flow. I'm going to do one more song, and maybe it'll be the energy mantra. Because everything we need, we already have, and everything we have is all that we need. Anything we desire, we will receive, because our reality is created by we are successful, peaceful, free, and wise. With potential energy, and like a phoenix we will rise. We are healthy and wealthy, power and talent. We are mind, we are body, we are spirit, we are balance, we are enlightened. We're fearless outside the realm of time. We're a part of the all, and we are one with the divine. Oh, energy, energy, energy. A light vibration to enter. We put our intention into the universe. Whatever happens is meant to be. Energy, energy, energy. Positive and negativity. The power to create what we will. The divine spirit has gifted. We. Energy, energy, energy. Yeah. We. You and me. Because everything we need, we already have, and everything we have is all that we need. Anything we desire, we will receive, because our reality is created by we are successful, peaceful, free, and wise. With potential energy, and like a phoenix we will rise. Healthy and wealthy, power and talent. We are mind, we are body, we are spirit, we are balance, we are enlightened, we are fearless outside the realm of time. We're a part of the all, and we are one with the divine. Oh, energy, energy, energy. A light vibration to enter. We put our intention into the universe. Whatever happens is meant to be. Energy, energy, energy. Positive and negativity. The power to create what we will. The divine spirit has gifted. We're energy, 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 energy. We. We're energy, energy, energy. Sending you all so much love and light. Thanks for joining me this morning for a moment to reconnect and get grounded and be reminded of the truth and the value of courage. If you like this song, you can check it out. It's available on all platforms, along with several others. Just search for A Soul Called Joel as one word. And if you want to replay this live, it should be available on YouTube right after we get off. Hope you guys will follow me over there as well. I'll be posting more and more of these things there. But more importantly, I hope that you all practice a little bit of vulnerability, authenticity, and courage. Because everything we need, we already have, and everything we have is all that we need. Anything we desire, we will receive, because our reality is created by we are successful, peaceful, free, and wise. With potential energy, and like a phoenix we will rise. We are healthy and wealthy, power and talent. We are mind, we are body, we are spirit, we are balance, we are enlightened. We're fearless outside the realm of time. We're a part of the all, and we are one with the divine. Energy, energy, energy. A light vibration to enter. We put our intention into the universe. Whatever happens is meant to be. Energy, energy, energy. Positive and negativity. The power to create what we will. The divine spirit has gifted. Energy, energy, energy. May you be free of suffering and the root of all suffering, and may you know happiness and the root of all happiness. May you take care of yourself wisely. May you know peace, may you know joy, may you know happiness. May you know the divine nature residing within you. May you honor it, may you love it, and may you shine. Be well, beautiful souls. I will see you next time.